Yo, what's going on, guys? So, Hero 3 just released something like a Season 1 retrospective. I believe it's titled, yes, Season 1 Outcomes Report. That's what it's titled. It's a blog post on Halo Waypoint, pretty much just going over all the feedback that they got over Season 1, and they're giving us their response, telling us what's going on, how they're taking that feedback, and all that stuff. Thankfully, they gave us like a little TLDR, which goes over pretty much everything we need to know. Alright, so, right here, the first bullet point, we got audio. The ability to hear an opponent's shield recharge sound will be reduced to prevent providing too much information about a player's location. That's great, because so many times where I'm standing, like let's say elevator for example, I'm one shot and someone's over at like Whirlpool Triangle, and they hear my shield recharge, and next thing I know, I'm getting double naded from Whirlpool. But like, yo, you had no business knowing I was over there. Like, I was hidden, out of sight, not close to you, all that stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of situations where I'm just like, yeah, 100% I only won that engagement because I heard your shields recharge. Kind of stupid. Also, the volume of the Grunt Birthday Party sound effect will also be increased in campaign. So those of you with the Grunt Birthday Party scroll on, there you go. Arena! So, Catalyst, the new arena map, will be added to multiple playlists on day 1. King of the Hill will be added to multiple playlists, and Attrition will be added to multiple playlists. We're getting multiple things added to multiple playlists. In Attrition, a revived player will be able to move immediately after spawning back in. And the motion tracker, aka the radar, will have its outer edge detection enabled for shooting and sprinting in social playlists. So pretty much what that means is, so right now the arena radar is 18 meters long, right? And let's say someone is at 25 meters and they start sprinting. What's going to happen is you're going to see their dot appear at the outer edge of your radar in whatever direction they are. And it's going to stay at that outer edge until they come within that 18-meter range, and then they're actually going to move into your radar. But if they're like just outside your radar's range, then they're going to appear on the outer edge of your radar. And that's going to happen anytime someone shoots, anytime someone sprints, stuff like that. All right, big team battle. Breaker, the new BTB map, will be added to matchmaking on day 1. And Jeff Steitzer's voice is returning to BTB. Yes! 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 I've missed you, Jeff. Welcome back. And issues causing asymmetrical weapon rack spawns have been addressed. Great. So apparently, like, there are situations where on one side they get like a BR and a commando, and then on another side they get like double commandos. I believe that's what's happening. That's kind of annoying. Glad that's being changed. Matchmaking. Rather than track a player's entire session, the CSR progression bar will now reflect the progress made from their most recent match. Custom games in Forge. Addressing some custom game bugs with more coming down the road. Cool. Custom games are completely broken right now, so yeah. Personal AI and Spartan chatter. Balance adjustments were made to emphasize what's most important for players. So I guess now they're going to be saying less useless stuff and more useful stuff. I would assume that's what they mean. Pretty good. I like that. We got noticeable improvements to stability and performance on PC. Great. I hate that I have to wait 4 weeks till May 3rd for that to actually take effect, especially when they say that the team has resolved dozens of PC crashes, meaning that these issues have already been dealt with and they're simply just waiting to be launched. But oh well. Sandbox. First up, we got networking. Melee fights should be more consistent, with opponents phasing through each other less and whiffing less when a melee should have connected. Great. It happens way too much. In half my melee fights, I just phase through my opponent and we're just sitting there like, yo, where did he go? Like, I'm lost right now. Weapons. A global melee damage decrease of 10% on all weapons will require the Mangler to land 2 shots and a beatdown for a kill. See, now this is the biggest piece of news that we've gotten from this blog post. Everyone's been talking about it. They're finally nerfing the Mangler. You want my opinion? I think they shouldn't have nerfed it. I think they simply should have just taken it out of competitive like the competitive crowd wanted. Because from what I've seen, apparently the casual crowd really likes the current state of the Mangler and they think it's fine. They understand that it's a really strong weapon, but that's what makes it fun. And I can respect that. You just want to have fun. And that's one thing that I really like about Halo competitive, is that if a weapon is too strong, they can simply just take it off the map and replace it with a different weapon. For whatever reason, they chose to nerf the Mangler instead of just taking it out of competitive. And see, the issue with this nerf is that it still doesn't address all of the issues we have with the Mangler in the competitive scene, which is the fact that, like, yes, you can no longer one-shot the melee beatdown. Great, that's cool. But the 2-tap drop weapon combo is still a thing. And if you're in a 1v1 with someone with a Mangler, they're gonna win if they do that every single time, because one, it's much easier to do than landing a 4-tap with your BR, and two, it's also much faster than landing a 4-tap with your BR. So in almost no situations do you ever win that gunfight. And so the best thing to do would have been simply to just take it out of competitive. That way people in social can still enjoy the weapon in social, and then in competitive we just don't even have to deal with the Mangler at all. There's a reason why the Cinder Shot is not in competitive. It wouldn't make sense for them to nerf the Cinder Shot because it was too strong in competitive. Instead, they just didn't put it in competitive. Same thing with the Skewer. It's really not that hard. I disagree with this Mangler nerf. Anyways, I digress. They got equipment. They're buffing drop wall. Don't know how I feel about that. Gonna have to wait and see, because I honestly thought that the drop wall was pretty good. Obviously, it's not as strong as the thruster or the grapple, which is obviously why they're buffing it. But I just think that the drop wall is the kind of thing where it's either it's super underwhelming or it's just straight up broken. I feel like it's very hard to find a middle ground for something like the drop wall, but hopefully they did. We'll just have to wait and see. They also buffed OS. That's great. Vehicles. Chopper. Chopper collision splatter damage will be increased to its vehicle splattering glory. So it's going to one-shot vehicles like it did in Halo 3 when you boosted into a vehicle. Great. I don't know why it wasn't like that in Halo Infinite. It pretty much made the chopper useless. Really glad that's coming back. Banshee's agility and damage output will be increased to improve its role as a strike fighter. So they're not buffing its health, they're simply just increasing its lethality. Now, same thing I said in my previous recording, it's great that they're increasing its lethality, but the fact that the Banshee dies in 2 sniper shots, it's still gonna die super fast. It's still gonna die before you can even get anything done with it, but who knows? I guess we'll have to wait and see. I mean, yes, they're buffing its agility, so it is gonna be harder to shoot, but the Banshee's a relatively big vehicle. It's gonna be pretty easy to hit 2 sniper shots on a Banshee, especially if it's on a map where there's a designated sniper spawn, like that one map. I forget what it's called, but it's sort of like Valhalla, but not really. There's a designated sniper spawn on that map. So if someone drops a Banshee on that map, right? Or if a Pelican drops a Banshee on that map and you have a sniper, you should be able to take them out really quick before they even get anything done with that Banshee. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Warthog and Razorback should be more resistant to flipping and bouncing. Great. That's really good. In the more detailed side of the blog posts, they said that they're basically just pushing out the wheels, and so they're making it flatter and less narrow. That way it doesn't tip over as much, which is good. So, in multiplayer, we have first up Academy. Feedback. Many players would like longer or unlimited weapon drills. Multiplayer team response is, we agree, and expect endless weapon drills coming in Season 2. That's great. I really like that. Maybe I'll actually run weapon drills now. And also, I think weapon drills need to be diversified a little bit. I just feel like weapon drills have a lot of potential, and 343 isn't really tapping into the potential of weapon drills. I had some cool ideas for them, but I forgot them. Anyways, arenas. Feedback. Desire for more arena maps and modes. And the other one is bring attrition back to matchmaking and into quick play. So their response is, we, like all of you, want more maps/modes to play and have a list of them we're working on for future releases. For Season 2, we have an updated version of King of the Hill that you'll be able to play in matchmaking and customs, along with being able to set it to classic version. That's good. You'll also see a lot of updates to playlists, including the addition of the new Catalyst Arena map and attrition going into quick play. Over the season, our goal is to rotate in some new playlists with some fun variants we've been playtesting a lot lately. That's nice. Kinda wish we just get a ranked doubles playlist. Many players would like elimination, to appear in matchmaking so that they can unlock the medic achievement. And they said that elimination is coming to Matchmaking in season 2, which is pretty good. And it's also gonna be in one of the rotational playlists, if I remember correctly. And it's also going to be in custom games. And they made it to where, like, under like some certain settings, you will be able to unlock the medic achievement in the elimination mode in a custom game, which is pretty good. That way you don't have to wait for it to rotate back just so you can unlock the achievement, for those of you who are achievement hunters. There are 7 bits of feedback that they have for matchmaking, because matchmaking in this game is awful. First one, feedback. In ranked, players are reporting teammates that are out of their depth. Pretty much teammates who have no business being in their lobbies because they're either way over skilled for that lobby or way under skilled for that lobby. And their response, they're working on it. They're gonna make it better and tighter that way. Outliers like that don't occur as often as they are right now. Good. In ranked, another piece of feedback. In ranked, desire for champion rank for highest ranked Onyx players. And another one, feedback. In ranked, the amount CSR goes up and down is confusing. So yes, they are looking into giving us a champion rank. Don't know why I wasn't there from the start. Don't know why they thought it wasn't needed. That, just whatever. Countless other games have shown us, including U343 with their previous entry Halo 5, have shown us that a champion rank, or like one of those top X number of players as a rank, is something that people like. Don't know why you took it out. In terms of the CSR going up and down, that being confusing, that was already addressed earlier in the video, so yeah. Next, feedback. Many players would like a reconnect/rejoin feature or forfeit feature, especially for ranked. Yep, that's coming. We have a lot of things we're working on to help mitigate player pain when a player quits or disconnects from a match in ranked. Good, because there really is nothing right now. While they won't make the launch of season 2,
oh brother,
the integrity of ranked matches is a priority area for us to continue iterating on to improve to the best quality of matches possible. Feedback. Desire for more player agency to choose experiences via a match composer, feature, or additional playlists. I honestly still don't know what this bullet point means, and I've read it like 8 times. Feedback. Desire to opt out of crossplay for various reasons. They're not giving us that feature, is pretty much what they said. Feedback. Desire for a regional server selection. Not in their plans right now, despite it being an MCC and despite something similar to that being in Halo 5. I'm upset about it. And they went on to basically say that if they were to implement this feature, like just if this feature were to come to the game, expect it in like another 2 years or something, because, you know, processes. That's everything. So if there's anything that you wanted to talk about, or anything you think I missed that was pretty important, or just something you just want to mention, or you think that should have been in this blog post, just let me know in the comment section. Y'all take care.